生到等咁茂盛啦，已經後院咧其實都已經佈滿晒所有嘅日本虎像啦。咁你見到其實都好多啊，日本虎像已經生滿咗啦。發現有條河咧，咁兩邊咧都係有日本虎像嘅，個情況都比較嚴重啦。咁啊落放假啦，今日就帶大家直擊下咩叫日本虎像啦，同埋日本虎像其實係點樣分別㗎啦。咁跟住之後咧，再帶大家直擊一下點樣去殺死日本虎像。咁我就請咗我朋友 Alan， 咁係一個日本虎像嘅專家嚟嘅。
A lot of people do not recognise knotweed. This client didn't know it was here. He's purchased property a few years ago. This is probably 8 to 10 years old. It's quite overgrown at the back. They were aware that it's knotweed here, but they weren't aware that it was going to travel onto this property. We've been in that side, and the knotweed travels all the way along. So there's potentially 10 or 12 properties just here that are at risk.
Or potentially this area have 10 or properties affected by the JK dub.
Grows very rapidly, 6 inches a day in the summer. And the root system 3 metres down and 7 metres wide in any way. And then along them 7 metres, another growth will come. And then the root 7 metres again, 7 metres again. So it spreads. Once it gets close to the property within 7 metres, then you're into structural reports and surveys. Banks and mortgage lenders won't lend if there's knotweed next to the property like this until you take out a professional treatment plan.
How we can identify it? It's just like a normal leaf, isn't it?
It's a bit lighter green, and the typical shape is a fat heart-shaped almost. That's a mature, and as they come they start to get into a heart shape. On the sprigs we call them witch's fingers, so it goes zig, zag, zig, and it's got a slightly red.
Slightly red.
The stems, so it grows 1 year and then it dies off, and that'll be last year's growth, and then more come. Each year it gets thicker and thicker, so we can typically age how old the knotweed is. This is called a crown, and that's where the heart of each plant grows.
咁我哋而家去到物業後邊嘅一個地方啦，咁 which is 其實係一個比較即係靜嘅或者叫做荒廢咗嘅教堂嚟嘅。咁你見到其實都好多啊，日本虎像已經生滿咗啦。咁我哋就大概睇下日本虎像究竟係點樣啦。咁我哋呢度有棵日本虎像啦，咁啊都幾硬嘅啲根。哎呀，係啦，好似通菜咁樣。Alan, just a silly question. Can I think some Chinese or Japanese people, even Chinese might be, wanted to make it herbs on it or eat it. Is it edible?
It is edible.
Oh, really?
When it's in its baby stage. So when it's a couple of weeks old, it grows about this big. At that point, you can eat it.
And it cannot be thrown in a green bin, isn't it?
That's right. So it's controlled waste in the UK. It's illegal. It's a criminal offence.
It's a criminal
offence to throw it in your garden waste bin.
If I just throw it in my green bin, I will lose my visa.
Yes.
各位觀眾記住啦，唔好因為抌咗波嘢冇咗
We no longer be friends.
visa. I just got it in the home and it can't be grown again, right?
So once you've chopped this, it won't grow.
It won't grow again.
No.
All right.
So you can just leave it on the ground and compost.
Yeah.
Most people we advise get a burning bin.
Burning bin.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We see another Japanese culprit right here, and it seems like is it spread out directly from the root system or no?
No, this is a totally separate growth. Potentially it may have come through gardening if they've been lawn mowing, and transferred some root from the back to the front. When I came 3 weeks ago, this was this big, maybe this big.
Yeah.
And the church said they chopped it down 2 weeks.
Same with the ground level.
Right to the ground.
Right to the ground level.
So in 5 weeks, that's how big this is.
All right.
And how thick the stem is again.
5個禮拜就搞成咁啦。
Very thick.
都好厚㗎 ，very thick。
Yeah.
Just 5 weeks time
Yeah.
as taller than me。
Substantial.
咁啊，個教堂嗰度就前面有棵寶障啦，後邊又有一堆啦。咁其實most likely 可能咧，即係點解會咁樣分開咁遠咧？就係、可能係啲 gardener 咧，即係剪草嘅時候咧，佢同一部機啊用，咁啊剪，咁嘅時候就惹咗係唔同嘅地方都變咗有日本虎杖咯。呢、個可能性都幾大嘅。咁咧頭先嗰個物業5分鐘左右嘅車程咧，咁發現有條河咧，咁兩邊咧都係有日本虎杖嘅，個情況都比較嚴重啦。咁但係都比較難入去睇啦，咁所以咧我哋就會用航拍機嚟睇嘅。其實你可以睇下河邊附近有冇日本虎杖出現。如果佢擴散到周圍嘅居民，咁一旦擴散到去屋裏邊嘅話咧，咁處理方法咧就好困難。我哋揸咗架車去咗距離頭先條河道幾遠嘅地方，一個即係比較側邊冇河、冇 wingway、冇溪嘅地方啦，咁佢後院咧，其實都已經佈滿晒所有嘅日本虎杖啦。你見到啦，其實呢度包住裏邊啦，fence 裏邊啦，亦都全部有日本虎杖啦。咁其實呢一棵日本虎杖咧，就啱啱生正喺5間屋嘅中間，咁影響咗5間屋嘅樓價㗎啦，已經 definitely 咁你見到啦，幼苗嘅日本虎杖又有啦，咁其實嗰個情況都幾大件事嘅。Hi Alan, we saw just this normal about the rear garden. It's all concrete here. What is it about?
Yeah, so this is a typical reaction to stop knotweed growing further towards the property. So a lot of people will try and conceal it and they'll lay concrete.
Is it concrete can stop the knotweed straight away, isn't it? Or not really?
It can if it's a good thickness.
Good thickness.
Yeah, but if there's one breach, one crack,
yeah.
Japanese knotweed will exploit it. It'll open the crack and it'll grow through.
And also depends on the condensation, condensation of the concrete.
Yeah, definitely. And because the nice weather comes and it gets hot, the concrete, the roots like that heat, so they'll suck from the heat and grow. The roots will grow underneath.
Is it like to try to burn something, is it?
Yeah, I think so. When we came last time, this was all over this side and all down the side, and there was giant knotweed here. So maybe they've tried to control it a little bit. Maybe it's getting in the way of the cars coming in. And this lady next door owns this property.
Yeah.
So they've concreted.
I just observed that this is not normal that you put concrete in rear garden in this country.
No, it's unusual. So the prison service or the government own this little piece of land. Only as big as this, but they sold the houses and forgot about this bit of land. And it's grown and now it's affecting 5 properties.
Oh, if any residential that find this issue, how they can handle it? It's mail to the government or council? Normally?
Yeah, typically they might make a complaint, but the property will suffer a 20% devaluation.
Devaluation?
Yeah, so they need to go through a solicitor then and protect their asset, make a claim for compensation, and also the cost of a treatment plan for here, which is probably about £20,000.
£20,000?
Yeah,
right.
Very substantial. It goes back down an alleyway on this side. We'll have a look from the other side and show you.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go. 我哋而家喺頭先嗰間屋嘅後邊啦，咁呢笪地咧就係即係 so call 冇人嚟嘅，咁又唔知屬於邊個。咁日本虎杖公司話咧，其實5個月前咧，佢哋自行即係嗰啲居民自行殺咗日本虎杖啦，就殺到 ground level 㗎啦。咁5個月後咧已經生到等咁茂盛啦，已經。 咁亦都咧某程度上係因為跟住啲 concrete 或者跟住啲水走啦嚇，因為你啲 concrete 會有裂紋噶嘛，會跟住啲水走。咁其實已經就去咗係去另外一邊㗎啦，已經。咁就都幾遠下嘅，大概就20米至30米左右距離㗎啦，已經 fit 到去。咁就一路行啦，行到呢度啦。咁其實一路跟住啲 concrete 去嘅話咧，大概我諗都有50米、40米左右，40米、50米左右啦。咁啊一路跟住條路行啦，咁已經 split 咗去呢一個少少嘅 alley 啦嘅中間位嘅，就喺度啦。咁因為咧，即係正如啲客人成日問我哋啦，有冇日本虎杖咁，其實就冇話一定冇嘅，因為佢根本上佢嘅根咧係喺3米至7米咁深嘅，所以就咁樣 split 咗開去咯。
Last time we looked through the fence here, and you could see it growing inside.
Oh really?
Can't see it now, so they must have pulled it out.
Oh, they pull it out.
When you pull it out, the root system will go further then.
All right.
Because it knows that, oh, that's not a good place to go because
Oh,
somebody
right,
pulled
that's
us.
clever. 如果咧啲市民咧自行去清理日本虎杖，就咁剪咗佢咧，其實佢好聰明嘅，佢條根咧佢就會知道，呢度唔應該生喎，咁佢就會再喺第二啲地方再揾地方捐翻出嚟㗎啦。咁所以剪1咧就開3開5㗎啦，係啦。